today's news.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Exergen Thermometers.
I'm Steve Kathan. Israel's military says 2 Israeli women held hostage by Hamas were released today. More captives are expected to be freed later. Comes hours after a deadly Hamas attack at a bus stop in Israel shook an extended truce that is holding in Gaza. CBS's Robert Berger in Jerusalem.
It appears that the temporary ceasefire could be drawing to an end after today's one-day extension because Hamas is apparently running out of Israeli women and children hostages to release. Negotiations for men and soldiers would require a whole new deal. Now, if the hostage releases stop, Israel has vowed to restart the war to destroy Hamas.
Well, just in, former President Trump has lost an appeal to vacate a limited gag order in his New York fraud case. It's now back in place. On the inflation front, a new reading on a gauge favored by the Federal Reserve.
That index was essentially flat for the month. Year over year, we've seen an increase of 3.5%, excluding food and energy. The Fed is likely to look at these numbers and be very happy that inflation is trending lower.
That's CBS's Jill Schlesinger. New York Republican George Santos speaking out today, a day before expected House action on a bid to expel him from Congress.
They are trying to join me to the group of 3 Confederates and 2 people convicted in a court of law. So if I am to get expelled tomorrow, I will be number 6 in the history, the first Republican, and the only one without a conviction or without having committed treason.
Santos has been indicted in a criminal case and excoriated in a House ethics report. Henry Kissinger, who died yesterday at 100, had his critics, but he was one of America's towering diplomats of the 20th century.
It's Henry Kissinger who really orchestrated the biggest breakthrough imaginable, going to China with Nixon in 1972 and opening up relations between the 2 countries.
Historian Douglas Brinkley. Kissinger won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 for his efforts to end the Vietnam War. From the world of music today, the death of an artist whose song is a new hit for an NFL brother tandem.
Travis Kelce joining significant other Taylor Swift at the top of the charts, duetting with his brother Jason. But their cover of the Pogues' 1980s hit Fairy Tale of New York has turned into an unwitting tribute. Because Pogues frontman Shane MacGowan, the original artist, has died in Dublin at 65. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Wall Street, the Dow is up 318 points. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 54 degrees outside.